Hello! Welcome to the Colourful vlog with a vlog for the 12 cast-ons. And this is vlog 1 with cast-on number 1 and number 2. I am mashing things together because otherwise we would have 5-minute vlogs. And well, now I can do 7-minute vlog. Or something. It's gonna be short. Minx is next to me. There he is. He was sound asleep. I heard him snoring, but when I set up the camera, he was instantly here, meowing, complaining, whatever. I don't know what he wants. For those of you who don't know me, I am Carolien. I live in Enschede in the Netherlands, basically almost on the border with Germany, all the way in the east. And I have a web shop, colourfulcreativity.nl or colourfulcreativity.com, where I sell my own handmade, hand-dyed yarn and all kinds of other knitting, crochet and crafting related accessories. Also handmade glass beads when I can. I think at the moment there's no handmade glass in this shop, but hopefully later this year again. I live here with my husband and 2 cats. You already saw Binks. They are Cornish Rex cats, so very short haired. They're not swings, they do have hair. And that's the sound of him getting his food and eating. I drink tea, mostly peppermint. And yeah, I guess that's the quick introduction. The 12 cast-ons is a make-along, that is a year-long make-along. Basically, you cast on everything in January and you make them through the year, because nobody can probably cast on 12 things and make them all in January. I can't, because my projects are too big for that. It is a concept and a make-along that was invented by the lovely Angela of Yarn and Yarns podcast, and also the Yarn and Yarns shop. And yeah, I really like the concept. I think I joined in last year and maybe the year before. So we're doing this a few years in a row. And yeah, we're just having lots of fun. We're going to cast on 12 this month, so it goes from basically Christmas Eve up to the 31st of January, where you can cast on. And if you want to join in for prizes, you have to go over to Angela's channel. I'm just joining in on her make-along and vlogging about my process and progress. So, cast on number 1 is in this cute little box bag that I made myself with Christmassy cats. And in here is some Christmas yarn, a WYS Spinner's Signature 4-ply in Gingerbread colorway. And I got this from my lovely friend Francesca. It's a wonderful gift, and it is going to be a pair of socks for my husband, so he will have Christmas socks next year. Because on Boxing Day I finally remembered I actually have Christmas socks, and I put them on and I was like, my husband doesn't have Christmas socks. I need to fix that. So that was when I finally knew what I was going to cast on for my first cast on. I am knitting these on 2.5mm higher sharps, and they're just going to be plain vanilla socks with a 2x2 rib cuff, and basically top-down socks with a heel flap and gusset, like I always knit his socks. 72 stitches, nice and easy. And now you understand why I'm combining it with my second cast on, because otherwise we would have been finished now. I cast these on Boxing Day, like I said, but I'm still counting them as my Christmas Eve cast on, because on Ravelry, I am in a group with a monthly thread with goals and stuff, and lots of chatter and lots of crafting. And we don't take the rules very strict in LSG. I mean, it's called Lazy Stupid Godless for a reason. So casting on Christmas, on Boxing Day was totally fine. And in the Netherlands, it's the second day of Christmas. So it was still Christmas. So Christmassy socks for my husband. And in another Christmassy bag, because when do you get your Christmas bags out? Well, between Christmas and New Year's. And this one also has doggies on the other side. And the same kitties on this side and another one. I also made this one myself. And in here I have a project I've been wanting to cast on for a million years. At least it feels like that. The pattern is from 2018, so we have 2023 now. This is a name I'm going to butcher very much. It's the Cailleach-Oidhche Cowl, which is Scottish Gaelic word for owl. And I know the pronunciation isn't that way, but I just cannot pronounce it right. The pattern is by WYS Corke, and it is a brioche cowl. And there is a long version and a short version, and I am knitting the long version. And this is what I have so far. It doesn't look like much, but I can tell you there's hours of work in it. Just the cast on alone is a 2-color braided cast on. And it is about 350 stitches. I can tell you that is a long end of casting on in that particular braided cast on. It's absolutely worth it because it looks stunning. I know why you do it, but yeah, it took a while. And then of course the brioche. At first it was difficult to make sure not to twist the whole thing. I still hope I didn't twist it because, well, you can see how it looks. It looks all the way twisted up, but I think it is correct. And there's no extra twist in it. You have a few rounds of just brioche setup, and then you start with the decreases and increases. As you can see here, there's a decrease and there's an increase. So yeah, that is very interesting. So you have to keep your head in the game, and I did not. At the first stitch, it was late on New Year's Day evening. I was like, okay, something is wrong. I can't grasp my head around it. I just don't understand what I'm doing wrong. I then left it. It was time to go to bed. And the next day I looked at it again and I was like, no, I just don't see it. What is wrong? I'm doing what it says, and yeah. So I reached out to the designer, like, does this look okay? I think it doesn't, but can you help me out here? And she said, well, no, it doesn't look okay. I think you forgot to slip the stitch the other way, knitwise or purlwise. I don't remember which one I had and which one I had to do. And maybe you are doing the wrong stitch. And yes, I was. I was not doing the right side one. I was doing the wrong side one, which only has one letter difference, a little p or no little p. So you have the BRLSL instead of the BRPLSL. Seriously. I guess I need new glasses. Or maybe a bit less brain fog, because the brain fog is big at the moment. So I did the whole color coding of the abbreviations, the chart, and the text. Everything is now color-coded. So I should not have the issue anymore. I am knitting it. Oh, this is the wrong side, by the way. Let me show you which is the good one for the wrong side. Yeah. This is actually the decreases on the wrong side. And on this bit, you can see it on the right side. There's a slight difference, but you have like one part is the right side, the other part is the wrong side for the special stitches. It's a really interesting pattern. It's not too difficult in my opinion when you read. So I had a very big case of user error, and yeah, it was just me. All my mistake. I still have issues with reading a chart with brioche, so I'm reading from the text. But if you look at the chart, it's like 10 rows where you increase in the middle, you go out and you decrease on the side, and the other way around, increase on that side and decrease in the middle. Yeah, it doesn't look too difficult if you have your head on straight, which I didn't have on the 1st of January because I was just too freaking tired from all the fireworks, keeping me awake until 2 a.m. And I am a person who likes to go to sleep at 10 p.m. So yeah, I was up way too late. I am knitting this on 3.5mm needles. I cast on a 4mm needle as suggested, and I'm looking forward to knitting on this. I think it's 6 repeats of the chart. So it shouldn't be left behind until the end of the year, but we'll see whenever we get back to it. Oh, of course, the yarn I'm using. Here are my beautiful cakes. Oh, look how matchy it is with my clothes. It is a yarn I'm not a fan of, but hey ho. It is Cailleach-Oidhche. For those of you who don't know why I'm not a fan, well, there has been a big fiasco, and yeah, it's just, it wasn't pretty. If you're going to sell your brand and shop and whole stuff, you shouldn't be doing a 40, 60, 70% sale just before that and let it collapse and have thousands of orders that you cannot fulfill. And yeah, it's a mess. If you want to look it up, Google Cailleach-Oidhche fiasco. That's all I'm going to say. This is deep stash yarn. This color is magnolia leaf, and this is chamomile, and it is pashmina, which means it is 75% merino wool, 15% silk, and 10% cashmere, and it is a sport weight yarn, and it is so gloriously soft. Like I said, not a fan of Cailleach-Oidhche. It is very deep stash. I will never buy Cailleach-Oidhche again because it also bleeds as fuck from previous experiences of Cailleach-Oidhche. Usually with these things I lose the label, but I thought for transparency reasons and everything. It is now part of Jimmy Bean's, and I'm fine. People who love it will buy it. I don't. I'm gonna use it though. I did not want to sell it because it is so nice and soft, and yeah, it was freaking expensive. There was a price tag on it, on one of them. Yeah, 38 euros. So yeah, that's another reason why I don't buy it anymore, because it's so expensive. And yeah, I'm a dyer. I got into dyeing because I cannot afford that expensive yarn. And these are the kinds of yarns where you buy just one skein to treat yourself, and then you don't have a project to make it, so you have to buy another one at a different occasion. So they're like the when you go on a vacation, like the one precious skein from a vacation, and then on another vacation you buy another one, and that's how you get a stash of yarn you can't use. So yeah, I'm happy I got these two. I think one of them was a de-stash from a friend, so things. I'm not really open for kisses with the tongue. Yeah. Really, yeah. You're not gonna stop, so I am gonna stop. I am going to say goodbye. So these were the first two cast-ons. My Christmas Eve cast-on, so my CSO, and my New Year's Eve cast-on, so the NY-ESO. And now I have to figure out what to cast on next, because I did prepare, but I'm not prepared in like this one first and that one next. I can just pick from the pile whatever I want to and what I feel like. So that is what I'm gonna figure out today. And I hope to see you back in a few days with the next cast on. Bye bye.